Raise your glass, remember who you are, and join the Brotherhood.
We don't need a commission and we don't need a decree to take what's rightfully ours on the deep and salty sea. The empires are greedy and the kings are full of lies, while we are just the rascals with the fire in our eyes. We got a hold full of spirit and a deck full of the brave, and we're looking for a victory or a quiet watery grave. So let them bring the frigates and let them bring the steel. We got the Celtic Brotherhood standing at the wheel. The waves are getting higher and the wind is in a howl, but we're just looking steady with a very heavy scowl. For a pirate's life is honest and a pirate's life is true. When you're sharing every bottle with the rascally little crew, we'll burn the fancy charters and we'll burn the fancy law, and replace them with the rhythm of the tooth and of the claw. One family of rebels on a path that's made of foam, and making every ocean feel exactly like a home. Raise the cup, don't give up, drinking every single drop. We're the terrors of the Atlantic and we're here for to stay, leading all the brothers in the ancient pirate way, with the banjo screaming justice and the boots are hitting hard. We're the masters of the ocean in the Irish collier yard. Sea come deep, hey, secrets keep, while the honest people sleep. Cut 'em Well, we're the terrors of the Atlantic and we're here for to stay, leading all the brothers in the ancient pirate way, with the banjo screaming justice and the boots are hitting hard. We're the masters of the ocean in the Irish color yard. Through the storm, keep it warm, the loudest. In the swarm. Hey! Hey, 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 hey! The Admiral was sleeping with a medal on his chest, in a cabin full of silver and the finest of the best. But a shadow crossed the floorboard with a whisker and a grin, and a tiny little cutlass made of rusted iron tin. She didn't want his daughter and she didn't want his purse. She wanted every barrel that could lift a heavy curse. Before the sun had risen o'er the harbour and the Nathan Bay, the Queen of England's glory was a sailing far away. Now there's a Jolly Roger with a clover on the black, and there isn't any navy that can bring the vessel back. The crew is made of rascals the gold. The bravest little captain that was ever yet been told. With the pipes of screaming freedom and the brothers in a roar, we're bringing all the whiskey to the Irish coloured shore. Right? Across the sea, ho! Wild and free, shout, hey! The loudest in the company. Right, Joe, one take two. Cellar and the devil had a keg with a liquid that could make a man shake a wooden leg. He kept it in the darkness with a heavy iron lock, and a giant black winged raven for to give a warning shock. But a tiny little creature with a whisker and a tail was looking for a way to improve the local ale. She slipped through all the shadows and she slipped through every crack, and she didn't leave a footprint on her way to hell and back. She found the master's apron and she found the master's key, and she whispered, "This belongs to all the brothers and to me." She took the golden powder and she took the silver fire, the only kind of magic that a rascal could desire. She ran across the brimstone and she ran across the heat, with the rhythm of the island in her tiny little feet. She dropped it in the mash tun and she dropped it in the grain, and the world of Irish whiskey was never quite the same. Catch the tail, find the trail, strongest nut in every pail. Oh, we're drinking from the barrel that the little lady stole, the finest bit of lightning for a weary Irish soul, with a kick that comes from Hades and a spirit from the sky. We're the happiest of rascals till the morning's looking by. Now the devil's looking everywhere and scratching at his head. Where is that little paper and the words that it has said? He's checking every mountain and he's checking every sea, but he'll never find the secret in a company like me. For we've drunk it in the evening and we've drunk it in the night, and we've turned the master's darkness into holy emerald light. So raise a glass to courage and a glass to being small. The finest bloody hero is the smallest of them all. Hey! Lash! One drop! Hey! Two drops! Hey! Never let the magic stop! Run, mouse, run! Oh, we're drinking from the barrel that the little lady stole, the finest bit of lightning for a weary Irish soul, with a kick that comes from Hades and a spirit from the sky. We're the happiest of rascals till the morning's looking by. Little mouse, hey, hey, big house, hey, hey, the loudest, hey, in the joust. Whoa! suit of silver white and saw a desert stretching in the middle of the night. No oxygen, no clover, and the gravity is low. But I got a dozen barrels and a place for them to go. I didn't come for science and I didn't come for fame. I came to give this dusty rock a proper Irish name. So I hammered it in the copper and I hammered it in the pine, and hung a neon Guinness sign across the Martian line. The aliens are curious, they're peeking through the glass, with seven eyes a-watching every brother as they pass. I poured a pint of red planet and I handed it to one. He drank it in a second and he's having all the fun. Now we're dancing in the craters where the rover used to be, in a gravity that's kinder to a drunken man like me. We're the Celtic Space Armada, we're the masters of the void, with a tavern built inside of a passing asteroid. One small step, one big drink, faster than the stars can blink. Oh, we're drinking on the mountains of the rusty Martian soil, the only kind of planet where the whiskey doesn't boil, with the fiddle screaming freedom across the galaxy. We're the finest bloody spacers in the Irish history. So if you're looking upwards at the glowing of the red, just think of all the stories and the words that we have said, that the Brotherhood is cosmic and the Brotherhood is vast, and we're gonna keep the party going till the very last. We'll terraform the valleys with the rhythm of the stomp, and turn the Milky Way into a legendary romp. The Celtic Pub Brotherhood is reaching for the height, and lighting up the universe in the middle of the night. Mars bar, Star Wars, everything is finally is. Wise and kegs. Mountains of the rusty Martian soil, the only kind of planet where the whiskey doesn't boil, with the fiddle screaming freedom across the galaxy. We're the finest bloody spacers in the Irish history. To the moon, for too soon, the loudest in the room. You traveled past the Pleiades and crossed the Great Divide, and you're looking for a quiet place where a weary soul can hide. Don't you look for golden palaces or a neon lighted sign, just follow all the music to the end of space and time. The door is made of Irish oak, the brass is shining bright, a little piece of Dublin in the middle of the night. It doesn't matter where you're from or what you've left behind, the only thing that matters is the spirit that you find. The barman's seen 1,000 stars are turning into dust, but he keeps the taps a-flowing with a sense of holy trust. He's got a pint for every sorrow and a story for the brave, from the cradle of the morning to the silence of the grave. Old Vikings sit with astronauts and share a heavy smoke, telling all the secrets of the simple Irish folk. For the Brotherhood is timeless and the Brotherhood is deep, a promise that the Celtic soul is always gonna keep. Leave the cold, leave the cold, leave the cold, leave the gold. The edge of all the years, with a whiskey for the memories and a song for all the fears, with a fiddle singing softly and the brothers in a line, we're the masters of the moment in the center of the design. Are heavy and your heart is feeling slow, just remember there's a fireplace with a very steady glow. The Celtic Pub Brotherhood is waiting by the door, with a seat beside the spirit on the dusty wooden floor. We'll watch the galaxies go by like bubbles in the foam, and make the entire universe feel exactly like a home. For on the day of Patrick or in any other age, we're the writers of the story on the legendary page. of the moment in the center of the design. The guitar, the last stop, the best stop, the only true stop. The mast is bent, the compass drunk, the anchor spent, the sails are patched with barmaid skirts, the deck is made of splintered dirt. The captain shouts, we're sinking fast, we grin, relax, 3 forwards past. The sea says down, we yell because we're the ship that shouldn't float but does. Hold the damn planks, boys. Fight, chaos, luck, and whiskey joys. We sail through storms the devil fears, the ship that shouldn't float but does for years. Straight at us, it bounced right off some drunken luck. A whale once tried to push us down, we slapped its tail and spun around. The cook blew up the kitchen stove, we cheered and drank and kept the course. The sea cried out, the ship's a buzz, aye, she shouldn't float, but hell she does. Hold the damn planks, boys. Planks, boys. Chaos, luck, and whiskey joys. We sail through storms the devil fears, the ship that shouldn't float but does for years. Logic sinks and reason drowns, we'll still be laughing, making rounds. For every law we disobey, the sea just moves the waves away. Hold the damn planks, boys. Pipe, chaos, luck, and whiskey joys. No storm, no God, no fate, no cause can sink the ship that shouldn't float but does. Raise your glass because we're on the ship that shouldn't float but does. And stormy sea with a suitcase made of hide, with nothing but a restless soul and debit Irish pride. I walked the streets of New York town and seen the Sydney sun, but the journey to me father's house is never truly done. The skyline here is made of steel, the air is thick and grey, and I miss the smell of burning peat at the closing of the day. But when I find a wooden door with a clover on the glass, I feel the spirit of the north and watch the shadows pass. We're scattered to the four-way winds like seeds upon the field, but the metal of an Irish heart will never ever yield. We've built the bridges, laid the tracks, and raised the city tall, but the mountains of the Wicklow Hills are calling to us all. So fill the glass with whiskey, boys, and fill the heart with light. We're going back to Donegal in our dreams tonight. It doesn't matter where you stand or where you lay your head, as long as you remember every word your mother said. Close and soul, keep the green inside the road. at faces just like mine, and I see the map of Ireland in every silver line. We're brothers of the distance, we're the exiles of the foam, but as long as we are singing, boys, we're halfway back to home. So raise the flag of green and gold, and let the pipes begin to drown the lonely silence and to wash away the sin. For the road is long and weary, but the fire's burning bright in every Irish tavern on a Saturday day night. Across the sea, across the foam, every road leads back to home. Here we go, shores of Antrim to the beauty of the West. Though an ocean lies between us and the home we long to see, we're the sons of the Admiral, and will always, always be. Always be. To the sea, the land that sets us free. Like tales of blood and songs of pain, the hills still hum their silent hymn of every soul who walked with them. Their names are carved in wind and clay, their footsteps echo night and day. And when the storm comes down again, the earth remembers men. Our names will live in wind and dust, for nothing breaks and nothing ends where earth still calls her sons again. Raise your voice for those who fell, for fields that kept their stories well. Through frost and flame, through now and then, this is where earth mess me up, don't lay me down. Just play the tune and drink instead, and pour that whiskey for the dead. Whiskey for the dead tonight. Raise your glass and hold it tight. We'll laugh, we'll cry, our souls well fed on songs and whiskey.